Oke, selamat pagi Sobat Medas, Sobat Asuransi, Sobat Finansial. Jumpa lagi dalam Podcast Media Asuransi. Pada kali ini kita berkesempatan untuk membahas tentang insurance ecosystem. Insurance ecosystem, what is important for business? Kita sudah kedatangan tamu spesial, CEO dari Fermion, Peter Miller, one of Asia's leading insurance ecosystem builder. Good morning, Mr. Peter.
Good morning, selamat pagi.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Thank you for having us, Media Asuransi, for this interview session. I hope you enjoy the session, yeah. Okay.
Sure, I will. Thank you.
Okay. First of all, I want to ask you about insurance ecosystem, Mr. Peter. What is insurance ecosystem means, Peter?
I guess an insurance ecosystem is really like any other ecosystem. It's about connecting complementary assets or people or services or solutions so they can work well together. So I'll give you an example from our industry, the motor insurance industry, which of course is a very large part of general insurance. So when you have a claim, for example, you have an accident in your car and you want your car to be repaired as quickly as possible. You want to be compensated for the accident. Then we need to ensure that all parties involved in that process can work quickly and seamlessly together. So whether that's the tow truck that picks up your car, whether it's the repair shop that the car is delivered to, whether it's the loss adjuster who's assessing the damage, whether a lawyer needs to be involved in the process, and so on and so forth. So we bring all of these parties together. So from a customer's point of view, all they have to do is call the number, call the tow truck, and everything else is taken care for them. So we've been building this ecosystem for 20 years. An ecosystem is something which is never complete. There's always something to add to the ecosystem. So as of now, we have about 12,000 partners in our ecosystem,
Okay.
Be it car repair shops, be it lawyers, loss adjusters, hospitals, clinics, and so on and so forth.
Okay. Maybe many people in this industry want to know how important is the insurance ecosystem for their business or for their company, Peter?
For any business, and particularly our industry, the insurance industry, the most important thing is looking after customers end to end. If you're a distributor of insurance products, be it an agent, be it the bank, be it a platform, you shouldn't just be selling the product. You should be making sure that your customer is serviced and you are there when the customer has a claim, because that's the whole purpose of insurance is when you are unfortunate to need to make a claim, the insurance company or the insurance distributor should be there for the customer. So with our ecosystems, we can ensure that process is as fast and as seamless as possible. And because we've got such a large number of insurance companies as customers, we have 150 insurance companies as customers.
Okay.
We're able to show to an insurance company what their performance is like versus their competitors. So are they in the upper quartile? Are they in the lower quartile? Do they need to approve claims quicker, for example? So it's really all about what we are trying to deliver is ensuring that all constituents are serviced as professionally and seamlessly as possible.
Okay. Is it true that insurance ecosystem can help the business grow more faster and efficiently for the company or for the insurance company, Peter?
Absolutely. Through digitization, it's now much easier to connect to like-minded partners than it was before digitization. So what that means is you can provide more services, better services. So if you consider the insurance industry, for a long time, insurance was primarily about, you have a claim, the insurance company pays compensation for that claim. It was much more about just financial compensation. Where the industry is moving now is it's not just financial compensation, it's also protection. So it's not just offering an insurance product, it's offering a protection service. Where we see this, I guess, most prevalent is in the healthcare industry. So, these days we're all wearing our Fitbits and our Garmins, etc. And with that data, we can help not just compensate somebody when they are unwell, but we can help ensure that they do not become unwell in the first place, because through monitoring the data, through medical checkups, etc., we can ensure that that the need for them to go to a clinic or the need for the customer to go to a hospital is reduced. So through ecosystems, our business will continue to change from being a business just about financial compensation to being a business which is about protection and prevention as well as cure.
Okay. The question is, what step should insurance companies take to make insurance ecosystem effectively, Peter?
With us, because we've effectively, in a number of countries, we are the dominant ecosystem provider, particularly for motor insurance. So for an insurance company, they've got a choice of going and signing up 1,000 repair shops themselves and loss adjusters and lawyers, or they just plug into our ecosystem and it's all there for them. I mean, that they can add more lawyers, more loss adjusters if they like. So from an insurance company's perspective, by working with us, it just speeds up the process much more, and the insurance company gets the benefits of all the other insurance companies' inputs into the ecosystem, improvements they make to the ecosystem. So from an insurance perspective, it is lower cost, it is lower errors, a faster process. And this is really the way that all products and all insurance services will continue to develop.
Okay. What kind of insurance must have insurance ecosystem? I mean, only life insurance or car insurance or travel insurance, or all of insurance needs insurance ecosystem, Peter?
I believe all insurance needs an insurance ecosystem, and in many respects, it's not necessarily an insurance ecosystem. It can be a healthcare ecosystem, or a auto ecosystem, or a travel ecosystem, of which insurance plays a role in that ecosystem. So the ecosystem may be something entirely different to our industry, but with one of our solutions, we can enhance the proposition to the customer. So, for example, ecosystems that we are part of in our business, in the case of motor insurance, we often provide national ecosystems for the country as a whole.
Okay.
But as well as that, we also provide ecosystems for individual customers. So we may help an insurance company establish their own ecosystem, as we've done in the healthcare industry, or we work with one of the largest financial institutions in ASEAN to help them provide a long-term savings and protection ecosystem. Travel you also mentioned, and travel is something that when you buy your travel insurance, you go on holiday. It's not just about the insurance; it's also about 24/7 assistance. In the days of COVID, it was making sure that maybe a doctor could come to your hotel room. It was about remote telehealth services. So all of these are ecosystem components. So I think, to answer your question, whenever you're considering a customer proposition, It's really considering what other services can make that proposition better for the customer beyond an insurance product, for example.
Okay. And then, what are the opportunity that can be taken by applying the insurance ecosystem for the insurance company, Peter?
The opportunities is much quicker growth.
Okay.
You take Indonesia, and the size of Indonesia from Aceh all the way to Bali and beyond. Then to establish that network of lawyers, loss adjusters, repair shops yourself will take a long, long time. And I think, as we saw in the past, a lot of foreign insurers would come into the country and center their efforts around a few economic centers, Greater Jakarta, maybe Medan, maybe Surabaya. But if you join onto an existing ecosystem, it just enables much quicker expansion, because you can provide all of the services to your customers that the ecosystem provides.
Okay. And then what are the challenges to be faced by implementing an insurance ecosystem for the company, Peter?
That's a very interesting question, because as we've expanded to different countries, what we realize is every country is very different in the way motor insurance is sold, the way automobiles are repaired. So the initial challenge is it can be a very decentralized business in a country. So the initial challenge is changing processes for the better, and change always has challenges.
Okay.
The way we've typically expanded throughout the region is companies, big multinational insurance companies that we work with in one country will then ask us to work with them in another country. So when we go to that country, it is a question of finding people who have expertise in that market, and then step by step, working with our partners to create the ecosystem. So it's a lot of work. It's many years of effort in each new country to really establish the ecosystem. But once there and the ecosystem's built, then it's also very, very sticky, because competitors coming in, they often have a very short time horizon. They don't have 5 years to try and replicate what we have done.
Okay. And then you can tell us how the trend of the insurance ecosystem globally, and then what about in Asia, or especially in Indonesia? How is the trend, Peter, for insurance ecosystem?
The ecosystem trend is really just part of the larger digitization trend. What the insurtech industry has brought is a lot of new ideas, a lot of new people coming in who test the status quo, who aren't necessarily people who've been in the insurance industry for 20 years. They're just people maybe from a different segment, maybe the millennial segment, who just want to look at how things can be done better. And that is really the mindset in which ecosystem should be approached. Everybody has different needs, whether it be because of life stage, whether you have a family or don't have a family, whether it's income levels. And digitalization has really enabled a much more inclusive service offering, because the costs of physical assets, physical people are much reduced through digital partnerships.
Okay. And then what is Fermion's role in the insurance industry or insurance ecosystem builder, Peter?
Fermion, our tagline, if you like, is we provide end-to-end digital engagement solutions powered by data and ecosystems for both insurers and insurance distributors. So what that means is, when we're working with insurance companies or working with insurance partners, we are there to support the customer from the time the customer is offered a quotation all the way through to service, claims, and renewal. And the way we're able to do this is because we provide ecosystem solutions. Through providing ecosystems, we have a huge amount of data. For example, in Indonesia, we have been providing ecosystems for probably the best part of 15, 20 years. I think 20 years. And so over that time, we have very, very interesting information on motor accidents in Indonesia, which type of car, which type of person is more liable to have an accident, and then how can that data be used to continue to make sure good drivers are offered lower prices, bad drivers are charged higher prices. And we do this, not I mentioned motor insurance, but we provide solutions for every line of business. So we're supporting about, I think, 45 insurance companies in Indonesia, and about 150 insurance companies across Southeast Asia, China, Japan, and the Middle East. So we have an extensive footprint.
Okay. Besides the insurance ecosystem builder, any business that Fermion do for now or in the future, Peter?
Yes, absolutely. We are 100% owned by Silver Lake Axis. Silver Lake are a major banking technology provider with 230 banks as customers, including a number of Indonesia's largest banks. So we are uniquely placed in having both banking knowledge and in-depth insurance knowledge. So with, as you'll appreciate, through COVID, people across the region visit bank branches less and less compared to how they used to. All of us now, pretty much everything we do through our banking apps. So because we've been responsible for providing a number of these apps, both for banks and insurance companies, we are best placed to help banks continue to serve their customers and continue to offer customers insurance products, bank assurance as it's called. We're in the best place to help banks and insurers do this digitally, as well as the old model through financial advisors and relationship managers. So now we very much support the hybrid and the omni-channel model of perhaps initial digital customer engagement, followed by face-to-face meetings.
Okay. What is the difference of Fermion and Insurtech? Is a Fermion Insurtech or the different things, Peter?
I guess Insurtech covers, a huge number of different use cases. So yes, we are an Insurtech. We specialize in end-to-end digital engagement, whereas other Insurtechs might specialize purely in AI or data analytics, or one particular segment could be core insurance systems. So we are an Insurtech, but we're also, sometimes people think when they think of Insurtech, they think of startup, but we are certainly not a startup. We've been in this business for a long time. We are profitable. So whatever happens with the current, as we're seeing in the fintech and the Insurtech industry, quite a lot of pain at the moment with funding reducing. We're continually profitable. So whatever happens, we expect to be here in the next 20 years as we have been in the last 20 years.
Okay. Could you tell us who is the Fermion's client, maybe including in Indonesia? Do you have client in Indonesia? We want to know about it, Peter.
Yeah. Certainly, having in excess of 150 insurance companies as customers, then we cover a large number of multinational insurers, as well as a large number of local insurers. So, and of course, the multinational insurers are present in Indonesia as well as present in other markets. So, as an example, I think we have about 40 or 45 insurance companies as customers just in Indonesia, and these would include Asuransi Central Asia, would include Tugu Permata, would include AXA Mandiri, as well as the likes of Chubb, Adira, Allianz, MSIG, Tokio Marine, Sompo, and that's on the manufacturing side. On the distribution side, we work with companies like Hughes.
Okay, so you have many clients in Indonesia, yeah?
Indeed, yes. Our Indonesian team is very long established. Pak Agus, who runs the team, has been with us, I think, for at least 15 years. So, given his depth of experience, his responsibilities are not just Indonesia. He also supports us in other projects we do elsewhere within Fermion.
Okay. What next? What are the future plans of Permian business development globally and in Indonesia, Peter? Can you share for us?
Yes, we have actually, coincidentally, we just finished presenting our business plan for FY23 to our board yesterday. We aim to continue to build end-to-end solutions for our customers across every line of business. So that will include all lines of property and casualty business, all lines of life and health business, both conventional and Sharia. So that's what we're working towards. At the moment, a number of our customers may just use us for sales or may just use us for claims, because the company evolved at initially we offered claims, and then later on we offered sales. So different companies have bought different components at different times. What we aim to do is just help all of these insurers digitize end to end. And the officer in charge of fintech at the Monetary Authority of Singapore last week was saying that insurers' number one focus should be paying claims, not just doing the sales side. We're in a unique position of being able to provide both, and it's just ensuring that all of our existing customers work with us to provide that end-to-end solution. So we're in 10 countries at the moment. So we're at a large size in Indonesia. We're at a large size in Singapore, Malaysia. We work with the biggest insurers in the Philippines. So for us, it's extending our customer penetration in the markets we're in. And we've also got ambitions to expand to new countries, both from a physical office perspective as well as from a customer perspective. So for us, it's really just about, we're not a core admin system provider, but we effectively do anything else. So it's really about extending our ecosystems, extending our penetration, leveraging the data for the benefit of all, and then we'll continue to play a major role in the insurance industry.
Okay, maybe last question, Peter. What is your opinion about insurance ecosystem or insurance industry in Indonesia, and what is your suggestion to make us more growth efficient and effectively? Maybe, Peter.
A very, very interesting question. I was in Indonesia. It was one of the first countries I visited once all of the lockdown finished, and it was the first time I'd been to Jakarta since before COVID.
Okay.
And no, I absolutely love what's happening in Jakarta. I do need to go and visit additional cities, but the the human energy, the innovation is, Indonesia will continue to grow as a powerhouse in ASEAN. And given the population of Indonesia, such a large population, it's really up to all of us to ensure that that population can continue to be served better. So I think if you look at a number of the offerings in Indonesia at the moment, there's a lot of focus on the sales side, and very high distributor costs or distributor commissions are paid to try and help with sales. But what we also need to ensure is that everybody is being offered a good deal. It's not just about the sale. It's about ensuring that the whole proposition is very good for all parties. The insurance industry needs to be sustainable, but ultimately it needs to be a good deal for the customer. I think OJK and your publication would have published a lot of this. The OJK has really been focused on ensuring that customers are getting a good deal. So I think the opportunity is there. It's an absolutely fantastic market. The regulators are supporting a good deal for customers, and insurers and insurtechs are hungry to play a role in the Indonesian insurance industry and insurtech industry. So I think the opportunity is fantastic, and as with a lot of countries, nobody is perfect, but Indonesia is doing more of the right things than many countries.
Okay. Thank you, Peter, for the session. Very interesting topic and explanation for you. I hope we can get many insight about this session. Maybe we can talk our session next time about another topic, maybe, Peter. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much for having me, Pak.
Terima kasih Sobat Asuransi, Sobat Finansial sudah menyaksikan podcast Media Asuransi pada episode kali ini. Sampai jumpa lagi di episode mendatang dengan narasumber dan topik yang lebih menarik lagi. Oke, thank you, Peter.
Thank you.